Hello, welcome to Last Man Standing. This is Dan Hollifield. This is just a test broadcast to see whether or not I can actually make this thing work. The purpose of this is to go ahead and try and cover for emergency situations when there's no after show for Stupid O'Clock and things like that. Oh, I can see on the playback, I'm going to have to disable captions. I don't know exactly how to do that yet. Don't worry about it. It's just going to be an insane muddle at the bottom of the screen until I do. But these are learning experiences. I'm just glad that I've got this actually recording and evidently transmitting successfully. Um, well, there's nobody here but me tonight. Uh, and it's the evening of Memorial Day, so that's not unexpected. Everybody is out doing everything that they normally would do, so on a holiday weekend. So this is just fun. Um, yeah, I'm saying entirely too much. Uh, there's no script, so I don't have anything to go by except just what comes off the top of my head. And usually that can be entertaining. Operative words, can be. Tonight may be one of those exceptions, although there's nobody watching, so I don't really see why it matters that much. Yes, I'm enjoying a nice adult beverage. I do have to go to work in the morning. If anybody is wondering about the background behind me, that is the very large array near Socorro, New Mexico. Uh, Somewhere between Socorro and Magdalena, I do believe. Uh, this is a photo I actually took myself. Oh, and somebody's watching. Good grief, now I've got to be on my best behavior. Um, Took a vacation out to watch my wife's my wife's son graduate college. And this is one of the places we drove past. I stopped and took photographs. Whoever was watching went away. I guess I'm just too totally bored. But that's all right. Oh, well, somebody came back. Hope you're having fun. I'm embarrassing myself all by myself, to quote a song. Let's see how this works. I'm going to just keep on free flowing for as long as I can manage to maintain my own interest. It's not going to be a very long program. This is only a test. So if it had been an actual program, you probably would have changed channels just like our viewer did right then. So no problem. These things, they happen. Oh, I am talking way too fast for the auto-generated captions to keep up with. I need to figure out how to turn that off, but I don't think I can do it while I am broadcasting. It's probably one of the Facebook settings that I did not understand. And I left it on so that, ooh, we have a person. Hello. And somebody's here with audio only right now, so we'll get to them in just a minute. We have a guest in the green room, quite possibly somebody who will teach me how to do this. So, oh, well, that's quite all right. That's quite all right. Everything is just going swimmingly. If you've got lead boots strapped to your feet, it's entirely normal. I did manage to figure out how to get it to actually broadcast. Now, if I could have figured out how to cut off the automatic captions on the replay on Facebook, I think I would be a bit more satisfied with the results. Um, yes, the background photo. Let's get back to that. As you can see, those are radio telescope dishes, and they are quite huge. I mean, really, really huge. Uh, if you can't see my pointer here, but the dish right over here, the little black footing there is roughly the size of an automobile or a large truck. These things sit on railroad tracks so that they can vary the spacing in between the dishes, and different dishes can be used for different radio experiments at the same time. So you can have two or three that are looking in one direction, and half a dozen more that are looking in a totally different direction on a different frequency, or just whatever they do with them. But basically, they're like great big huge satellite dishes. They listen for radio signals from out in deep space. Uh, Neutron stars colliding with each other, pulsars, uh, all kinds of, well, there are all sorts of things in space give off radio signals. And if you have the right equipment, something like this, you can actually get the signal and try and do something with it, interpret it, and figure out exactly what it is you're listening to. And these could be tied in with other radio telescopes all across the Earth to make a radio telescope as big as the planet. Uh, you can point these in the same direction as one in Australia, and if you're happen to be pointing at the same object, the actual width of the telescope is the diameter would be the distance between the two antennas or more. Uh, and this is called a very large array because it can cover several miles out there in New Mexico. You tie this to Arecibo back before it collapsed, and Jodrell Bank, and however many others that there are around the world. And you can get quite a lot of detail in radio frequencies of different astronomical objects. Now, that lets you know that I am not an astronomer. I'm just somebody that really likes science. And it's beautiful out there. We were driving down the highway, and there were a herd of antelope, and wild antelope, just bounding across the plain. Came up on a cattle pasture. There were a few cows, a horse, and a large flightless bird like a cassowary, I think it was. It wasn't an emu. It wasn't an ostrich. It had much longer feathers. And that struck me as being very strange to see an Australian bird in the southwestern U.S. But it's yeah, it was a fun time. It was a fun time. got to see my stepson graduate from college. Got to visit with my stepdaughter and her family. Got to meet my stepson and stepdaughter's uh, grandmother. Do you believe? Yes, grandmother. Takes me a minute to remember a few of these things. There's also a really neat thing about Socorro, New Mexico itself. They have a little park in the middle of town. And one of the exhibits in the park is a piece of the cast iron shell casing for an atomic bomb that exploded. One of the tests. And it's sitting there on a pedestal. You can walk up and touch it. It's got a plaque there explaining exactly what it is. It's all nice and smooth on the bottom, which would have been the outside. But on the inside, it looks literally like the surface of the moon, because the inside was molten as the casing flew apart after the atom bomb exploded. And it had little spikes and dribbles that had cooled off in midair before the piece actually hit the ground. This is just one of those things. And I promise you, I was walking my stepdaughter's dog after dark, and I promise you, it did not glow in the dark. It's just a cold piece of iron. So, but it was an interesting bit of history that you could actually touch. Now, let's see, where can we go from here? And this is why I told everybody that I couldn't carry a show by myself. I'm an ensemble player. I work best within a group, and not getting delusions of grandeur. So there's nothing to worry about with that. This is not going to become a regular thing. Joe, I've got it broadcasting to Aphelion on Facebook, because I own that one, and I didn't want to use up any of yours, even though all the options were there. So that's just fine. That's just fine. It is a test, and everybody at Aphelion knows that I just can babble on endlessly. Well, not endlessly, but without reason, shall we say. Let's see. As I said before, this was just a test to see whether or not I could figure out how to make the thing work.
Well, if anybody can babble on endlessly, that's definitely Dan Olifield.
Oh, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Well, let me finish. Grab a napkin. I just finished up some chicken Alfredo. Chicken fettuccine Alfredo.
Oh, that's some good stuff too.
From Chili's. Italian food from a southwestern restaurant.
Well, I have had stranger combinations of meal and restaurant before. So there he is.
There I am. Wait, I ain't even got my lights on.
Well.
But yeah, I noticed you were just broadcasting to Aphelion and not your own Facebook page.
Yeah, I figured that the people that would be more willing to put up with a test run would be Aphelion fans. And
yeah.
I know.
You got to let that ego jump in and just broadcast everything you got like I do.
Well, it looks like My YouTube won't be linked up until tomorrow. Hey, Donna. Or
hey.
day after tomorrow.
All right. Pause that in there. Well,
It's YouTube takes 24 to 48 hours to link up to a Streamyard. Which is something I just found out yesterday night. This morning, about 4 or 5 a.m.
Well, I just saw another a strange YouTube link.
Huh? Don't know.
No.
Wasn't mine.
No. No. All right.
You know more about reading these things than I do.
Yeah. Well, for those on Aphelion, hi, I'm Joe. I am the con director, chairman of the board, booking agent, bookkeeper, floor sweeper for Hallowcon in Dalton, Georgia.
To which you are all invited. Anybody that's close enough to get there. There are still memberships left, and there are still rooms left. And I promise you will have a good time, because I have known Joe for a long, long time, and he puts on a great show.
If I don't put on a great show, I'll fake it till I make it happen.
There you go. Something will. Well, let's just say entertainment will ensue.
Absolutely. Now, I will promise you entertainment. All right. I'm turning that off. I just dropped off the web stream. So you're going to see that number go down.
Okay. The one next to the little eyeball up there?
Yeah, that's how many viewers you've got live.
Okay.
And then the thumbs up. Oh, we picked up one. So hello, I'm Joe. The guy with the beard is the boss in charge of Aphelion. There's too many. There's too many letters there together. There's too many syllables.
Well, one of them disappeared, so I've been watching those numbers go up and down.
Well, that was probably me.
Oh, okay. Well, now it's gone to 0, so
I'll run them all off, huh?
No, don't worry about it. If we didn't have dancing girls, I don't think we'd have very many viewers for very long. So, and I think the one on Facebook is probably me, because I've got the live stream going on my iPad, and that is how I found out that somehow or another I have turned on automatic captions.
You didn't turn them on.
Or I didn't turn them off.
You didn't turn them off. Facebook turned them on.
Yep. And they look like some kind of mix of Russian and Japanese at the moment, because it's trying to keep up with how fast I talk, and it certainly can't. It's only when I slow down, if I were to talk about like this, it might be able to keep up. And then everybody'd be asleep. But no, if we're having a night where it looks like nobody's really in the mood to stick around for an after show, I can always fire up one of these. And,
on your side?
Yeah, on my side. And use whatever Facebook links you want me to, and use my YouTube so that it doesn't double broadcast onto yours.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, that's another thing I found out. If I go to the banners is all right. if I change back to the stupid clock brand,
Yeah.
then I get access to all of your tickers and everything. Well,
Yeah.
no, that's under banners.
Well, if you look under banners, you've got your own set of banners now.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's what the one we're on now.
Oh wow! Did you copy that over?
Yeah.
Oh wow! Thank you.
I just made you a banner.
Thank you very much. I did not know how to do that.
Yeah.
But,
Just click on I called it the Dan Show.
well,
Where,
yeah,
yeah.
I changed it to Last Man Standing.
Yeah.
But
In the banners, it says the Dan Show. Should be all the way down to bottom.
okay.
You click on that, and that's what's scrolling right now.
All
And you
right.
click create banners, and then you can put whatever.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm making you another one right now.
All right.
There you go.
Even sounds like me.
Yep.
Well.
Uh,
Oh, I did go to the trouble of shrinking those the intro and outro that you grab from
okay.
my YouTube.
Yeah.
They were way too huge, and that might have been what slowed them down. Anyway, I went and put the originals up there, and they were, minute 50 for the intro and 250 or so for the outro. We're not going to worry about that. I'm going to have to redo that too. That was a nice joke when I was actually writing the darn thing, but the music will still be that long, so I'll have to come up with a new text for the last 50 seconds or so.
No.
Yeah, I got the background. Let's see if this works. Oops, no, it's all. There we go. Yeah, thank you. I got the background from a public domain site. Made sure it said free for the use of the public. No attributions. Yeah. I did one that has a transparent background as well as the black background. So.
And anything from NASA is non-domain.
Yeah. Nope. Cannot use any of that. Even though they had some that they claim were public domain, I said, not taking the chance. Really don't care.
Well, actually, I don't care. Where is it? Where did it go? That's my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shoot. Nope. Nope. Oh, well. I'll go back to your stuff.
I think we'd have to drop us both down from the stream to do. No, that's probably a share, isn't it?
No, that was background.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll figure this stuff out eventually.
Yeah, see, right now, if you would go to, if we'd go up to your stream, we could draw more people in.
What do you mean, my stream?
To your page.
Oh, yeah. I can't add groups to the broadcast while it's in session, can I?
Yeah.
How do I do that?
All right. Click on edit.
Oh, okay.
Set picture you. Click it.
All right.
Scroll down, save changes, and you are now broadcasting to your page.
All right. Now, yeah, I didn't realize that I could actually add something while I was doing that. And apparently, when my YouTube gets linked up with Stupid O'Clock, then it'll be on that same page of
Yeah.
connections.
Now, this is what I've learned. You cannot broadcast to more than one YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
Because if somebody complains about it, that Joe McKeel is broadcasting to Hallowcon online, whoever started first has the copyright.
Oh, I see. Well, the main reason I wanted to link mine up was just in case that I wanted to do something that didn't have anything to do with Stupid O'Clock.
Yeah.
If I'm going to do an after show for Stupid O'Clock, then it's going to go to the Stupid O'Clock YouTube and however many of the Facebook pages we can get away with at one time.
And look how many people are jumping in already.
Oh, wow. We have all kinds of people up. Nobody's made any comments yet. So, well, this is just. I thought that one was a ticker. Oh, I had to turn off the other ticker first, don't I?
Yeah.
All right. I'll get used to that sooner or later. I like the fact that I can use. Oh, no, that's just a. That's not a ticker, that's just a banner. Now we've got comments. Here I am playing with banners. Ryan Rogers from work. Hello, Ryan. And Brian K. Morris.
Brian K. Morris says, hey, looking for a gig with the Rising Tide Broadcast Network?
Actually, Brian, just because I was doing this as a backup for the after show for Stupid O'Clock, I did put Rising Tide Network in the end credits.
And DM Holly, I guess that's somebody you know, says, is this where you give compliments or file complaints? You give the compliments here, you put the complaints over there.
And glad to have you here, Professor. Ms. Moriarty. Yes. One of my dear friends from Anachricon. She and I have known each other for, well, yes, many years. It was at least 8 or 10 years.
Brian Morris says, most excellent, Dan. Dan, I'm sort of impressed. You've got more viewers than we normally have.
Well, admin on that. Yeah, well, enter at your own risk there, Brian. Okay.
No, Brian, I'm actually just sort of letting him walk through this and run this. I'm just sitting on the sidelines, patching up making making cute, witty banners.
Yeah. And as I understand, some of this is going to change in July, when they actually let you designate co-hosts and things.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I don't have a Streamyard T-shirt. No.
And I'm not giving those away.
Matter of fact, as the weather gets warmer, you'll be lucky if I remember to put on a shirt. Joe yells at me when I don't put on a shirt for stupid o'clock. So I've gotten into the habit, but we don't have air conditioning in this house. So if it's 90 degrees outside, it's 100 degrees inside. So part of that is because I work in that factory and I have to stay used to very hot temperatures. So, and in the wintertime, very cold temperatures as well. So, ping, ping.
Yeah, my phone's been going crazy.
Oh, somebody offered to extend my car's extended warranty, and I go, which one? The 57 Chevy or the Model T?
I love getting an actual human on the line when they do that. I destroy them.
Oh,
I told you what I do, didn't I?
yep. I like that story. I really do. Well, you do tend to turn your camera off before you get up, Brian. So I don't believe anybody has noticed.
Well, that's one thing I can actually say. I have not done a StreamYard broadcast without pants on.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm wearing swim trunks right now, but
Well, those are
I'm also
considered
wearing a
pants.
short sleeve shirt.
Well, that's considered pants.
Yep. Oh. Well, this is exciting. I didn't expect this to go on this long. It was just supposed to be, let's see how many things I can figure out on my own before I have to holler for help.
I heard you mentally projecting. Help! Where's Joe Dog? Where's Joe Dog? Where's Joe Dog? So I ate my chicken fettuccine Alfredo while you just screwed up. I mean, learned stuff.
I don't think the two are exclusive.
And now you're oversharing.
That's what Brian is famous for. We have the best friends.
Yeah.
Brian, I'm not sharing that one.
Oh, Dan, I showed you the T-shirt I had, didn't I?
Which one?
It's the new T-shirt. I think I got it listed on Stupid O'Clock.
That's all right.
There it is.
I have to learn how to do this share screen stuff too.
Yeah. All right. Oh yeah. What did you think of that T-shirt, Brian? You think I should have a few of those made up and sell at flea markets and conventions
and truck stops?
and truck stops? I do need to order a bunch of those. Just all different sizes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I think it would work. I really do. Cameron. Oh, no, it's not a fictional broadcast. It's a real broadcast. That's why I gave you a warning at the beginning.
Go back over here to Dan's stuff. Yeah, I like that shirt. I'm waiting on mine to come in because I'm going to tell you, I will wear that out in public.
Oh, Cameron says she'd buy one of those shirts.
Well, Cameron, I will tell you what. Give me just a second, and I will get you a link to that.
And it will go on the Stupid O'Clock merchandise page.
Give me just a second.
Yes, folks, there have been a couple of times when I have been Joey Bishop to Joe's aphasia. The word will not come to my mind. Johnny Carson. There you go. Although originally I was more of the Doc Severinsen of the group. And I'm going to go off to the beer fridge. I shall return, and I will leave Joe.
Oh, no.
What am I supposed to do? Just get up and let him look at the desert? It'll be all right. I'll turn the microphone off just in case.
All right. Well, I'm sorry, everybody. Dan just does me that way. I'm trying to get Cameron the link here. And okay, and I will get to Cameron, which page are you on? Are you on Dan's page or are you on the Aphelion page? Yeah, let me know that, and I will jump over there real quick and give you a link directly to that shirt. I know what I'll do. I'll just go to both of them. Well, I can post it up here. You're on Dan's. Okay, give me just a sec. It will not take me very long to get to it. Uh-oh. All right. All right, here we go. Here is the link to that shirt. There you go. It's supposed to pop up. It should pop up anytime now. Cameron, I love Streamyard. As Brian K. Morris will tell you, I jumped on Streamyard about a year ago and ran it through its paces, and I learned what it can and it can't do, and I have not found much that it can't do. And it is improving constantly. I don't know why that didn't come through. Well, that's not right.
Oh, what's not right?
Well, I'm trying to comment, but I can't comment on your page.
Oh, well, let me see.
Well, look who's here.
Nick! Hey!
Hey, can you hear me okay? I'm trying a new feed. My
You
headphones.
sound better than you've ever sounded on any other show.
Hey.
Dan, if you would, over in the private chat, I've sent you a link. Cameron needs that link.
Okay. Is it the one for here? I mean,
yeah, in your private chat, you need to send it to her through Messenger.
Okay.
Oh, guess what, Dan?
What?
Facebook just notified me that you're live.
Oh, well.
That's about Facebook speed.
Yes, it is.
So how are you doing, Nick?
You know what? I am doing really, really good. We're about 24 hours, something like that, from the hybrids Indiegogo finishing. We funded and we're reaching for stretch goals, so life is good there. Uh, hey, thank you. Honestly, it sounds a bit tinny to me through the headphones, so I have to kind of tinker with it. But folks asked for this whole rig to pop up on. I was on Red Valkyrie's show. I actually ran the game, and they said if I could make this go, it would work. So look at me all lit up and hyper
Yeah,
futuristic.
yeah,
But it is. It's actually a good, solid sound. It's not that hollow sound that you have been having. It's actually. It sounds fantastic.
Hey,
yeah.
I'm
Like I
glad.
said, it's the best you have sounded. You and I have heard you on lots of different uh, shows in different, not only Streamyard, but in the green room using the Facebook rooms,
Hmm.
and the
You
sound
sound
quality varies quite a lot. But this is the
Yeah.
best.
He sounds more baritone than tenor for the last. About the best way to describe it. I'm getting a baritone sound from you.
Well, I'll definitely take that because usually I sound, like I'm lacking in testosterone over these things, and I just accept that as a mechanical problem. But
Oh,
yeah,
well,
how are you?
tonight you're doing your best Barry White.
Probably am. But
Exactly.
nah, but yeah, so yeah, things are really exciting. I've been doing stuff with Luke Stone, settling some stuff that I've been plotting. I can say nothing about what I know. Oh, you know what? I don't know. I believe it or not, I got these because I got tired of my cheap like $5 Xbox headphones, and they were on a flash sale through Amazon. I'll look it up and I'll send you the link. It's not like it's a brand anybody's heard of. And I could unplug the little light function, but why would I? I think that's just dead sexy. I feel like, I'm hacking the interwebs over here.
Oh yeah, well
But
you did. You snuck into this show.
oh, I sneak into shows all the time. You guys know that. I swear I could make a whole network of shows I randomly crash. Especially yours. But
Well, this
yeah,
is Dan's show. This isn't my show. This is Dan's show. We're
last
on
mouse.
Dan's pages. We're
Oh,
on
that's
Dan's
right.
pages.
Hi, Dan's fans. You guys don't know it, but like anytime I can get away with it and not get in trouble with my wife, Dan and I are chatting till about 4 a.m. And we basically until one of our wives comes stumbling into the room to yell at us about everything from all the sci-fi the man's
Mm.
written to the little bit of sci-fi I've written to the sci-fi we're living in. So it's good times. Hey, you know what? I hope it works. I could double tap that, get the
Mm.
teeth whitening while I'm going. It's better than pointing at the camera trying to get that resistance is futile feeling, but.
Oh, you can do that too.
Mm.
uh,
Oh, I wonder if the batteries are any good in this thing.
I mean, my world's beautiful because like I got to run. The quick play, which I ran a copy off of. Currently, this is the only hard copy of the quick play floating around.
Mm-hmm.
I got, and for me, is it a quick play if it takes 3 hours? you know?
Let me ask you a question. Is this a tabletop role playing game?
Yes, it is.
If you can get it done in 3 hours, yeah, it's a quick game.
You're right. See, that's what I was explaining to the poor, beautiful people who invited me on their show. Well, how long do you game? Well,
Oh
you see,
no.
we've
Oh
shut down
no.
Denny's. Yes, with our powers combined, 4 old farts on a Monday night. Yeah. Other way. Wait. There we go.
Wonder Twin powers
Yeah.
activate.
Wait a minute, this way.
I really need to put like arrows. This is great. Hashtag always promote. Hashtag bring cookie home. As soon as we figure. Oh.
Damn it, Dan! Put pants on.
I'm sorry, guys. I'll be back then.
Oh, it's beer 30 already for you, Brian? No.
Oh yeah. Like from the moment I get up till the time I pass out. Yeah. No, thanks for the invitation, Dan. I could not resist.
Oh, it's no problem at all. Like I said, the main reason I was learning how to do this is a backup for after shows for Stupid O'Clock.
Mhm.
But in 32 months, I warn you, I will be retired, and I will be awake after midnight for the rest of my life.
After midnight, Dan's gonna let it all hang out. Pop, pop, pop.
So,
Okay, that's less than 30 seconds. Not getting sued. Dude.
So I am planning ahead.
I believe that's the gateway to hell coming up soon. You look out your left window.
Oh,
Hey, if
y'all
that's
see
what
me
happened,
y'all see me trying to knock that thought out of my head?
who do you? Hey, I hate to tell you this, but who do you think taught Elvira how to turn tassel? That man right there.
You're pointing at me, but I think you mean Brian.
You know what? The secret origin of Brian's tassel.
Yeah.
It's a movie.
Don't do that
prop.
too much more, Brian. You're gonna fall out of the chair.
Probably.
Usually have that. Hey, I usually have that effect on women. No, you'd be proud of me, Brian. I was plugging your show on in the middle of my live stream. Somebody I'd never met. I'm like, oh, by the way, I have to plug Brian's show because hashtag always promote. And they were they're talking and trying to settle their stuff about the show, so this number starts coming out. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't want to jump ahead and lose my place in the game. You're right. That book's too big. Let me do this smaller one. No.
Well done, young man. Well done.
I've learned from the master. And
As soon as you learn how to do the vertical scroll on there, you just have the text of it go up on one side of your screen, and people will read it while they're watching you. Your sales will increase dramatically.
Now, always promote, guys. Really, why?
There we go.
Oh.
Somehow,
it's too late in the day for me.
Brian, somehow you managed to channel Gidget with that. Like that whole, that was a complete, Moondoggy. Wow, I'm just showing how old I really am, It's good to be in good company.
You call this good company, all right.
Oh, you know
More
what?
like the
you
best
guys
you can do with this hour company.
No.
No.
We know what your standards are like now.
There you go.
Oh,
I'm going to have to copy that one and move it down.
that's okay. Man,
give me a minute, Dan. I'll get it over there.
Shoot, this is the kind of thing that ends up with me ending up having to say, okay, guys, roll for it. We're going to put you in game. Like right now, I can make it.
I've been there many a time.
I was talking to Luke, and he's like, I love it. You get these games. How can you get it out so fast? I'm like, because I'd go out with my friends, and they're like, hey, want to run a game? Okay, when? How about now? Okay, who has dice in their pocket? Let's figure this out,
All right, there it is. It's there for you, Dan.
Thank you.
But, so maybe we just need to set up an old geezer's gaming session here at some point, just to,
Well, here's the thing. I've only played D&D once in my life, and I was told never to come back.
That is an amateur DM whoever they are, I don't care how nice they may or may be to you, they deserve to be shanked with a spoon in a dark alley. I'm sorry. Yeah. If you can't handle a creative player, you don't deserve the dice bag. Move along,
Amen.
Well, I killed half my crew on the first move.
Leroy Jenkins before it was fashionable.
Yeah,
really.
Dude, I got no problem with that. That means the next game may be more colorful, but you gotta shift on the fly.
Yeah,
the
never
problem
be able to know which of the returning players be trying to shank him.
the problem was
To shank. It's a verb.
Yeah, the problem is one of the characters the guy has been playing for 10 years, and I killed it.
Ooh.
Oh
Dear.
I've
Okay.
been DMing for 30. Players have crushed my dreams and hopes.
Hey,
Willow. Hey, Willow. You have to be soulless. And besides, it's D&D. If you can't think of a way to get a player rezzed somehow, again, amateur.
No, I was in a game one time. One of the players actually killed the entire campaign. It was like this big adventure. We had chased somebody into a city park. We were all cowering beside this big white panel van, waiting for all the bad guy ninjas to come in and slice our throats. And as we're trying to think of a way out, one of them says, "I have a way out. Who's with me?" And we're all like, "Yeah, you got an idea. We're all with you." And so he said, "Okay, I open up the gas tank, I strike a match and drop it in there. What happens?" And the GM's like, "You're all standing at ground zero of I can't hold that many dice in my hand." Explosion. And we had all, of course, there's about 20 seconds of silence, and most of us break out laughing because it's so unreal. And then one guy is there going, "I made my dex roll by 2." And he's like, "No!" GM's like, "No!" So
one of the
always
things,
promote
Squarespace.
Good man.
Nice.
One of the things that made me go into writing was that I had to DM for a group of people who had these godlike characters that nobody else would let them play because they were too powerful.
Mm-hmm.
So I wrote something that would take them down a notch. And they had so much fun. And then I got frustrated because they wouldn't stick to the script, so I just had to improv the whole thing. But I still, they still wound up coming out a little bit better than they went into the campaign, but they didn't go up another god notch. So, but I got so frustrated that they wouldn't stick to the script. I said, "I'm just going to write it so I've got all the damn characters, I control them all." And they go, "Yeah, well, who do you think you are, Larry and Evan?" I go, "Well, that would be a good idea."
Say, Larry and I are like this, buddy.
Oh, yeah, well, I talked to him.
I know you are.
I talked to him
But
once
what
a
am
month.
I?
I hope.
Oh wait, don't tell me.
Matter of fact, I've got to get through with everything for Aphelion.
Nice. Yeah.
The first Sunday of every month we upload a new issue. The first Saturday of every month we have a Larry and Evan chat, and if Larry's not busy doing something, he can pop in occasionally. Very cool. Years ago, we were having an argument about some minor plot point in one of the books. I can't remember which one. And he popped in, was just reading stuff. He goes, "All right, I'm going to have to write that one." About a year and a half later, a book comes out with stuff that we had suggested in it. So,
Nice. Very cool.
But that's quite a bit like being on one of these shows. If you look up Topic Drift,
Hi.
the photo next to the description is the Larry Nevin chat group, because you can start off talking about the love life of a tribble and wind up talking about whether or not sperm whales used to have feet.
That sounds like my morning show and Stupid O'Clock. So
that's definitely Stupid O'Clock.
Thursday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, Saturday nights at 11 on the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. Thank you.
Speaking of, what's coming up tomorrow night on the Rising Tide Broadcast Network? Aren't Tuesday nights usually a special night for you there, Brian?
Oh, they're always Nights of Enchantment for me. No, tomorrow night we're going to have Michael Watson on. Michael, hashtag most epic. He's got a brand new Kickstarter campaign for a compilation of a character his called Hotshot. And we're going to talk about crowdfunding and all kinds of various things associated with that. This is his second campaign, and it's already funded. That's the thing, and I'm going to hopefully get him to talk about what is different between the second one and the first one. So it will be an evening of entertainment. If nothing else, Michael and I will just talk. We don't need.
Oh
God, we're good.
He's one of the people who might have as much energy on camera as I do. Like he's one of those, you know.
Yeah. I think if we got you, me, and him on, most monitors would melt.
Hey. I have to be this fat to contain this much awesome. Okay? Like, you know?
Like I'm Twiggy, brother. I mean, come on.
You know, I tell people, you know, I was gifted with a face for radio and the body of a god. It just happened to be Buddha. These things happen.
Hey, I've got the face for radio and the voice for print.
Well stated, sir. Well stated.
And on that note, hey, John, yep, I'm doing just fine. See you at work tomorrow. And yes, your little girl does have your brilliant blue eyes. Oh. Now that's two people that I work with that have shown up tonight. So
awesome. Hey, that's how you spread it.
Yeah.
And plus, everyone new to you, or, you know, not normally in the circle, means it's the first time they're hearing about risingtide.pub, which is a wonderful newsletter. Or, you know, amazon.com/author/Nicholas Stockert, wherein you can read books like The Simple Sword and the Fighting Axe and learn how to sword fight, or Big Stompy Robots and blow things up. Anyway, hey, there is nothing wrong with a fertility goddess. They're called goddesses for a reason.
Exactly. And John Hahn says those little eyes get her whatever she wants. Yeah.
And they always will.
I bet.
And the only thing is, John, when she's a teenager, they're going to get her into some trouble, too. There are going to be boys chasing her around. You're going to have to buy another shotgun. One ain't going to be enough.
Dual wield, lock and load.
There you go.
Really?
Yeah.
Mail that man an empty chewing gum wrapper. Just why? Because we know. Well, you're here to chew bubble gum.
Yeah.
I actually used that joke in the outro.
I love it.
Oh, you should watch it. The last 50 seconds is like somebody who had seen Star Wars once was trying to describe it.
I looked away. What was that?
Oh, this was left over from a conversation. I was being polite, and they were. I heard things about projects I'm involved with that I didn't know were there. So,
No. Okay.
Classic Nick, you know. Oh God, Brian's taking notes. I'm at it again.
Oh, Brian, I'm writing you something for private chat.
Okay.
Do you remember me telling you about the cross genre idea for publishing?
Yes.
I'm fixing to post it up in private chat.
I can't wait.
The world is in trouble now. Joe's been thinking again.
Oh God. Speaking of,
okay, I'm hitting send on the private chat.
I'm there. I'm in.
It would save a lot of money in publishing, wouldn't it?
It probably would, yeah.
It
was
and has. I've done something similar for role-playing guides at one point or another in my life when I was doing the gaming con circuit. Because it's amazing what happens when people bring children to conventions and forget that, hey, they might want to be entertained too. But you see, I'm sorry, I have to reboot my graphic system right here. So that's what you're seeing me do. Go through my complicated backyard. You see, I don't have Streamyard, I have backyard.
You like that?
Yeah.
I thought you would.
Have you seen that picture going around of the coloring book of Star Wars that has two clone troopers next to Kylo Ren? And there's like the red for his lightsaber. It's like, I guess I'm done. I don't know if this show is going to regularly be a part of the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. I hope it will, but here's a slightly dated thing you could take a screenshot of. One who may be involved, and I get booted. So y'all screenshot this for things like that. You see this historical fencing guild? That's one of my shows. Note I said one. Things may be coming. But
yeah, we have a couple other people that are making overtures to enter this pool of ours, and let's just say let's hope Louis is up to doing a new graphic fairly soon. So yeah, Nick, anything you got? Let me know.
It's actually Louis.
Louis, excuse me. My bad. It's late. There we go.
Yep, and
it's still I'm on YouTube, not Facebook.
Yep, that's one of the things that has to be corrected.
What you need to do, Brian, is send him the list of everything.
I thought someone had. I lead from behind. It's like, we've got this great idea. Yeah, when do you make it happen?
Hey, hey, Brian, I know you lead from behind, but a reach around once. Anyway,
you name time and place, buddy. Name time and place.
Yeah, always
take care
promote. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you
Brian,
do.
This one would be one of those pop-up shows like Armchair Rocket Science. So up until I retire and I have nothing to do in the nighttime.
You got Last Man Standing, Armchair Philosophy. I just had a thought. Bam! I'm live. Be afraid. You know? Are you watching this, or is it watching you? Today on Shortwave, brought to you by Grossex, the thing that will stop the drugs from turning your frogs gay. Grossex here on Shortwave Radio with Dan Hollifield. Sorry.
No, it's Captain Dan's and Herbal Blunts.
I wish we had that slide.
Oregano.
Or we could start a new library show with you, Nick. You know, it's like, hey, folks, are you looking for books on paranoia? They're right behind you.
Remind me to send you. I don't know if you've seen it. I have a placard in my bathroom. One of those metal.
I would not have seen it then.
No, I took a picture and I shared it. So, okay. But it says, if you are reading this, you are blissfully unaware of what's sneaking up behind you. And I bought it because it was the most Nick thing I had ever seen, at least in recent history. And I put it up for Halloween, and then I'm like, you know what? Yeah, it's staying. It's staying. This is nice, you know.
Well, so over at a friend of mine's house, in their bathroom, they've got these 3 seashells laying on the back of the toilets on the tank. And there's a sign that says "Do not use."
Yep.
I can't now. You guys are where I'm thinking. I came back and I said, I love the Demolition Man thing in the bathroom. They went, what Demolition Man thing in the bathroom? And they're going, what? The 3 seashells on the back of the toilet and the sign that says "Do not use." Oh, the toilet's broke. That's right. And they went, what? And then they walked in, they looked at it, and they started laughing because they're sci-fi geeks. They never got it. She just went a nautical beach theme with the bathroom. Dan?
I'm going to have to tell Lindsay to do something else with them starfish. They've got to go in another room.
Nautical ninjas, man. Those starfish, man.
That's right.
Nautical ninjas.
Well, I find myself self-censoring on my own show. This isn't the green room. I can't say that. We are being recorded. So.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
the
Nick
problem.
and I are under no such constraints, so.
Oh, and Brian, I finally found out what my egregious offense was.
What? What was it?
Offenses, excuse me.
Offensive? Oh, plural.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
They waited until I had 3 built up before they popped me with them.
Wow. What type of offenses were they?
The first one was when we first started the Stupid O'Clock.
Mm-hmm.
John had his TV on in the background.
Oh. Okay.
And NBC Universal tagged me.
Oh, okay. All right.
Then John played this scene from Batman of the parade with the Prince song.
Uh-huh.
That was the second one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The third one was the Alfred Hitchcock, The Jar that I played during the Hallowcon.
Right.
It was public domain, but NBC Universal bought out the rights to the Alfred Hitchcock because they're going to start running them on Sci-Fi Channel.
Oh, yeah. I'm with you, Nick. I'm with you on this one. Yeah. Wow.
And
that's amazing.
They did that after I broadcast. They made the purchase. But
so they retroactively?
Yeah, copyright striked me.
That is nuts.
John Hines, a way to have people call in for the subject matter. We don't have any subject matter. That's the entire point of this particular sort of thing is not have, we just go.
That's right, Dan. This is totally unscripted and all improvisation. Okay.
Yeah. Actually, John, there is something in the pipeline.
Hey, Teresa.
Teresa Dunn. Yeah, Brian, there is something in the pipeline, a link through Skype. Or it'll probably be in the professional plan. That way, sort of like Blog Talk Radio.
Right. Oh, okay. Interesting.
What got you now, Nick?
Okay, no, Nick? Okay, see, it's after 10 o'clock, and I'm evil, and it gets worse later. It gets, And
I'm gonna need another beer.
Yeah, you're gonna need one. All I'm hearing is the crank yankers opportunities here. For the wait a second, we can Skype call into these shows. Don't tell me that. I mean, I'm just every bad joke. I just got a question, y'all. Is your refrigerator running? Better go catch it. Because you could take that humor, but I think it would make Skunk headbutt his monitor. You know what I mean? If he was really serious and somebody popped in with the whole,
Yeah.
Well,
but no, I like that Skype idea. That could work out.
With my luck, it'd be the guy that does the perfect imitation of Tom Baker calling in and trying to convince us it's really Tom.
John Coleshaw, yes.
Yeah.
Well, there was one. It wasn't my show, but when I was on Blog Talk, we actually had a Stupid O'Clock on Blog Talk,
right,
with my paranormal group, and the guy's name is Mac McCune from out in Oregon. He had a show, and had one of them called in, and the caller became known as the Pooh Whisperer. Talking about his little sister's poo speak to him when she doesn't flush the toilet.
Yeah, he's telling me to flush the damn toilet. Who would be talking
No, it's saying, "Let me out. Open the lid. Let me out. I can't climb out. Reach in and grab me."
Help! Oh, sorry.
Help me! Help me! I can't breathe in here.
Do what?
I can't breathe in here. I can't breathe in here. What? Oh, let me into the light. It's dark. What's
Well,
that smell?
if you'd stopped at help me, it would have been a Vincent Price joke. So
That's true.
That's why I kept going.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's all right. Okay. No.
Yeah.
off to the fridge, I shall return.
Oh,
We gotta get Dan like about 4 or 5 1-minute videos that he can run, so that
he just
I
left
love
the
the 3
inmates
head sizes with that one from the camera.
Yeah, it's almost like we're graduated or something. Right?
All right. Sorry, I locked my chair. Good grief. Okay.
I'm sorry. For a second, it looked like the 3-stage Bill Bixby Hulk transition.
Here, let me get my. Let's see. I don't have any context. Let me get my white out.
Now, where was I even going? You know what's just happened, don't you?
What
Dan
happened?
just left the inmates in charge of the asylum.
So what shall we do to Dan?
I wonder how quick we can get him banned.
Oh, don't have no, don't, because I like him enough not to start singing Disney show tunes, and unleash the mouse on him.
No,
Having
Brian,
worked for the rat, I'm not scared of the mouse.
There we go.
you're talking about you don't like the reaction videos.
Yeah.
There is one girl on there that I just love watching her. She goes by Awkward Ashley. Her name's Ashley Burton.
I think I've heard of her. Yeah.
She does good. She's a millennial, and she goes back and watches classic movies for the first time.
Oh, okay.
And it all got started. She started doing a reaction video to Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
When I say Star Wars, I'm not talking Episode 4.
Right.
Star Wars. There's Star Wars, then there's the sequels and prequels.
No bloody A, B, C, or D. Oh wait, wrong series.
Yeah.
But she started out. She now has 1 million viewers in a year.
Brother, what we got to do is we got to buy like about $50 worth of lottery tickets and watch old movies and react to them, and we will be in the chips, man. I'm telling you.
Oh, I don't know if you saw where I did.
Quality. I've got a whole shelf of DVDs.
Hey,
Hi, kids. I'm going to react to this new film. It's called Two Girls, One Cup.
Not that kind of DVDs.
I will tell
Christian
you guys,
Basil, run! Just run, Christian, run!
I have
Run
never
like the
made
Dark Mistress is calling you.
I've never made it to the end of that one.
I've never made it to looking it up.
I could barely sit through it the 4th time.
Well, yeah, dehydration starts to take its toll on you there, Brian.
Yeah, I know. I'm elderly. I gotta get up and use the cannon, just like Dan every now and then. So,
Cameron DeCarlin says no.
Yep, this is.
They'll let anyone in.
Highbrow, ultra high quality content that really brings us to the levels that make Rising Tide the next version of public broadcasting. And folks, we'd like to extend our hands into your wallets, I mean hearts, and ask you to please support the Patreon that Dan's gonna make in about 30 seconds after signing off, because he's old and witty and he needs your money. Hey,
I used to work for my local PBS station as a shill for Doctor Who because I was the only person in the area who was the least annoying and knew about Doctor Who.
I am so jealous.
Operative term, least annoying, I suppose.
Yeah. Let's just say that the person who was doing, they usually have it divided up to like one person during these shows is the fact giver. They give the stats and how much it costs and how popular it is, etc. Then there's somebody who's kind of like the cheerleader, and then there's a fan. And for about 5 years, I was pegged as the fan, and I did the on-air stuff for quite some time. It led to my working there eventually. But let's just put it this way: I I don't want to give any clues to his identity, but the last word of the nickname everyone had for him at the station was Twit. So they said, so I got hooked up with the station because the roommate of the girl I was seeing at the time, she's, this woman comes up and goes, Brian, do you think you can be on air? I'm like, no, I don't think so. I really don't want. Have you been watching the program breaks for Doctor Who? Yeah, those are dreadful. He goes, you're replacing the Twit. I'm like, what time do you need me at the station? I will get over
sleeping bag.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I will get over my camera fright to save the viewing area from this moron. So yeah.
Well, I'm passionate about both PBS and like PBS's like BBC connection.
Oh yeah,
that made me huge between that and like Elvira.
Totally.
But, yeah, I wish more people like. I watch TV that's not on PBS, and I see how dumb it is.
Yeah.
Like, I used to think mainstream comics had gotten kind of dumb. I'm not bashing, but they had. Then I started trying to watch what's called a sitcom these days. And I swear the canned laughter is there. Oh, okay, we should find this funny, because it's just not. And then you watch, I watched Mr. Rogers and Benny Hill on the same station. And that's, that just, I hate to say it, that's what it takes. You almost need equal parts Mr. Rogers and Benny Hill to kind of get that, Nickian balance here. But it's so cool that you got to do that, because that's like giving back to something that actually, has depth.
It was a good time. It was a good time. And if anyone's watching, if you have a local PBS station, talk to them about volunteer opportunities. Because I went in and I did things like mailings. That's where I learned to collate like no tomorrow. And that's how I wound up with that picture of Patrick Troughton on the wall here. The first day I was in, they were cleaning out the thank you gift room, and sometimes people don't pick up their pledges and stuff. And so the lady in charge just handed me this picture of an autographed picture of Patrick Troughton, and said, "Nobody picked this up. Would you like this, Brian?"
Snap.
Oh yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I mean, if I
They
had
called
to,
They called her Lefty after that. I'm telling you. I'm not saying I grabbed it real fast, but yeah, I went with a lot
impressive
of cool
because it was in the right hand.
I know. we're serious about this stuff, but no, it was a great
you were
opportunity.
asking for a reach around. He just
But no, it was a great opportunity. It was a great opportunity. So I definitely recommend, if people can volunteer for the local PBS station, please do so.
See what Alfred Pennyworth said about us. He's been lurking in the background trying to figure out what this show's about, and all he can do is wonder who let the crazy people out of their cells.
Welcome
Who's
to
out? Who is out? I'm not out. You think I get to leave?
See? And it's going to attack him at any minute too. So we're a show that defines
the blue tack gives out.
Oh, you see,
as long as Lydia, my assistant, is watching the wall, we're okay. But
y'all see my little stuffed animal in the background, the little pink stuffed animal.
Yes,
I had every intentions of changing that to another stuffed animal. I found a pink panther that size. Right. So I stopped and I asked about it at a yard sale. Oh, that's $100. I said, "Oh, you don't plan on selling it then?" And turned around and walked off.
Yeah.
Well, what'd you give me for it? I'll give you $25 without blinking. I bet you would. I kept on walking.
Oh
man!
Speaking of Doctor Who and PBS pledge drives,
yes,
the fellow who is the producer and director for the Atlanta Radio Theater Company used to do the PBS pledge drives out of Atlanta.
nice.
for Georgia Public Television. He's also the fellow that introduced me and my college sci-fi group, and I say my as in I was a member, not I was in charge, to not only Doctor Who but Blake Seven, and yes, and eventually he branched out and developed Atlanta Radio Theater Company. So now they do audio plays of all kinds of stuff.
Nice.
And Joe knows them from LibertyCon because they are regular there.
Now, which one? Bill, the big tall
Bill,
guy, or the other one?
Bill Rich.
Okay.
Yeah, big Bill.
Do they
I
have
mean,
an online feed?
They have a website that I think you can purchase stuff. I don't know if you can actually just sit and listen, but they might have a trial period sort of thing. But
Well, but that might be worth sharing because I have a love affair for radio programming, especially like that full cast.
Yeah.
mhm,
It's a dying
exactly.
art.
They do have
uh,
podcasts.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look up ARTC. Google ARTC, Atlanta Radio Theater Company, and that'll give you more information quicker than I can find it.
I know better than to try to do anything while I'm streaming. My computer becomes jealous. And I think I'm the only person who gets locked out of their own streams while keeping them live, streaming black.
You still have your crayon.
I wish, just let me drive. We had some. And that's what makes it better, that it just keeps coming back around, I have no doubt I'll be bugging one of Brian's shows because the real guest will back out and I'll get the, hey, Nick, what are you doing? Because that's my job, unofficial substitute. I understand this.
That's true.
And it'll just be the whole, Nick's here. I'll plug the channel for you. Don't worry, we have the graphics. And I keep this. This is my official graphic. It lives
And I
right
love
here.
it. I think it's great.
It
Nick,
was thrown away from the library. What you got?
It was the link is in your messenger.
Awesome. Cool. Thank you very much. Because, like I said, I wanted to grow up to either be the guy who held the strings for the UFOs, or the radio Foley guy with the table, with the big sheet of, and the thunder rolled.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That was like one of my jobs you want. Cable TV host, horror movie host. Radio show Foley guy, and they're just looking at me like, what is wrong with you?
Oh, this is one you'll like, Nick. What I just gave you, you can get a link to everything else through that, but it's a podcast called Mercury, a broadcast of hope. It's about a radio station DJ trapped at his station during the zombie apocalypse, beginning of the zombie apocalypse.
Oh wow.
Okay, there's
Nice.
it's an exercise app of all things, but I think it's called Runner 5 or Zombies Run in Your Runner 5, and it's a radio program that hooks to your phone's pedometer. And as you're running, it keeps track. So if you set it one way, it'll add the zombie noises behind you. When you slow down and you have to go faster to escape them. And they have all these radio shows on there, and you really need to look into it because it's just quality writing. And they have I should not get heart-rended by something like that, but they managed to pull it off. And then they actually got the author who wrote A Handmaid's Tale.
Oh wow.
They found out she likes it, so she played herself having gone insane on the show. So yeah, classic B grade radio. Just I love it. And that's what we need. We need.
Oh, Nick, you would absolutely love something I did for my third album. I made a bonus track that's only available on the Bandcamp site, and I used a public domain radio play with Sir John Gielgud and Orson Welles.
Ooh.
And it was The Final Problem. I did all of the sound effects from scratch.
Wow.
And it's on there. It's like 18 minutes long, and it is Sherlock Holmes and Moriarty encountering each other in Holmes's rooms in Baker Street, and then at the Reichenbach Falls.
Ooh, nice.
And at the end, since it was my third album, it was tied into Stephanie Osborne's Displaced Detective series. Holmes gets rescued by Skye, and she has to take him sideways into an alternate Earth where he was a fictional character and can't put him back. So he has to stay there.
Wow.
And that's the premise of the Displaced Detective stories.
Nice.
So if you've never read any of Stephanie's work, she's awesome. She's got scads of books out there. Anyone you pick up is going to be good.
He'll get a chance to get all her books in October.
Oh, good. Yes.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, she's going to be at the convention.
Oh, cool. So am I.
I gotta check some things for that one. I want to, but like I said, I gotta check some stuff. Especially, my universe may be getting real busy and interesting with things I can't talk about. It's killing me because of 3 letters.
NDA.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Hey, I tell people all the time I'm under an NDA. I can't tell you anything about what I'm doing next week in Dalton.
I need to start using that one at work. When somebody from corporate comes up and asks me what I'm doing, I go, I can't tell you.
I'm sorry,
It's
that's need to know, and you don't.
That's right.
You're only going to work for this company for about 3 years, so you know.
There you go. Cookie will make me sign an NDA with her.
Well, you should never kiss and tell.
I'll give you half an hour to draw a crowd.
More like every day she gives you the antidote in your evening drink. Like, okay, morning coffee, here's your poison. Now you come back nicer, you don't get your antidote.
That's right.
Sorry.
Or of course, that's also like the old Nick. That's also like the old Winston Churchill thing, where he was at a party and a woman said we got totally mad at his repartee and said, "You know what, Churchill? If I were your wife, I would poison your tea." And Churchill just looked at her and said, "You know what? If you were my wife, I'd drink it."
Drink it.
What was his other?
We don't need to be giving Christine ideas.
What? Hey, what was
Why
his
do I
other
hear
line?
Chrysler revving? Oh, wrong.
Some lady said, "And you're fat," and he goes, "Ma'am, I can lose weight. You'll always be ugly."
Yes, exactly.
Hey, when somebody tells me I'm ugly, I'm born this way. What's your excuse?
They had to work hard at it.
That's right. That's right.
You think this ugly comes easy? No, this takes years of training, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I had to find the ugly tree, just go, you know, climb up, fall down, go back up again. You know what? In possibly the most bizarre segue I have ever run, Brian, I have something you need to think about.
Oh dear.
No, and believe it or not, it's actually semi-serious.
Oh, okay.
You need.
Okay,
to do
now
a show.
I'm scared.
No, seriously.
Okay.
You need to do a show now that the pandemic is winding down.
True.
Right?
Right.
I think it would be really cool to do a show talking about the independent creators. Aw, see, thank you. That's sweet. The independent creators and what they did during the lockdown while everyone else was panicking.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I really think highlighting that, not necessarily as a neen or you sat on your butt and we changed lives, but
I dig it. I really
Yeah,
I mean,
you can let Joe be your first guest. He learned how to do this stuff.
yeah.
Good point. Good point.
And it's amazing. I mean,
Yeah,
The
and
man
look
can
how
give
far he's
lessons.
come. Honestly, look how far he's come. Where he just starts this show, and like a year later, he's like the Streamyard guru.
I mean, he's got the shirt.
Exactly, and I'm being serious.
No,
They
and I
sent you
agree
merch.
with you, Dan. I totally
Yeah.
agree with you. Yeah, in fact, I'm writing it down.
Well, actually, I'll be honest with you. When I saw StreamYard,
Yeah.
I went through. I was trying to figure out how I was going to keep Hallowcon afloat.
Mm-hmm.
StreamYard came along, and then I started seeing these virtual cons.
Mm-hmm.
And Brian, you saw how I did differently.
Oh yeah, I was knocked out when you told me about it the first time.
And
I became.
I gave you. When you have a guest in, you don't sit same screen size with the guest.
Right.
Which all of them do.
And I'm guilty of it as well sometimes. Although I've started moving them to the left as you view the screen, so that being English readers and all, they're the first person you see and not me. No, you're right, Joe.
And that's the way I train. Of course, I did it the sneaky smartass way. I trained all my crew that worked Hallowcon.
Mm-hmm.
If you notice, they were moderators through the stupid o'clock shows. When it came time to do the convention, it was like, holy shit, you asshole, you taught us how to do
it. and look at the glorious results now. See? we cannot breed, so we must recruit.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, on one side you have Dan, who's running this lovely thing with everyone named on Streamyard. Yeah. On the other, you have Nick. Which works better for you? No.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, Brian,
seriously though,
Dan just got moderator rights, 2 weeks ago?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
he kept telling me, I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it.
And so, I can't figure out why I did that. I have no idea why I did that. I really don't.
I give you your wishes.
I know. And then
careful what you ask for.
Then a sudden bout of sanity hits, and all of a sudden I'm doing my own damn show.
Don't feel bad, Dan. Like, what was it? Like 5 years ago, I do one show for about 40 minutes. Next thing you know, I'm on like 5 days a week, about 2 hours every day or more. So, just saying, run now, Dan.
Until it's time to turn the coffee pot off and then go ahead and open up a bottle of liquor. Yeah.
Well, Dan, the problem is with Brian, he doesn't turn the coffee pot open. He just opens the bottle of liquor and slowly lowers the amount of coffee to what he pours of liquor into the cup as the day transitions.
That's why I sleep so well at night.
That probably depends on the guest that he's got on. So sometimes it's probably not very much coffee in that cup. I know I'm going to need some help to deal with this.
I do have a couple of guests that we do imbibe when we're on the air. But then there have been a couple shows where I'm trying to keep up, and apparently they're more practiced at this than I am. And I've got a pretty good constitution as far as that goes. But then all of a sudden I'm like, why am I seeing like 10 controls at the bottom of my screen? Aha! We need to slow down. Mm-hmm. I'm a professional. I know this stuff.
Of course.
Right back.
Yeah. Well, once Dan gets back, I'll tell you some of my drinking stories. Let's just say Sunday mornings at conventions, I'm the most hated guy at the crowd.
Okay.
Because I'm bright and chipper and happy on Sunday morning.
Oh. Ugh.
Walmart, hire me. Just hire me. Let's get sponsorship going. I want the great value sponsorship right there.
There we go. There we go.
No, Brian, people have seen me torn up so bad they had to escort me to my room.
Mm-hmm.
Sunday morning at 9:30. I'm right, just like this.
I appreciate the warning.
It's like, how do you do that?
I know, yeah.
It's one of those that I go from drunk to sober.
Yeah, yeah. And I've got my constitution is such that usually within an hour, no matter how hard I've been at it, I'm pretty close to sober. I can have like half a bottle of Kraken or just like a couple sips of whiskey, and no matter how out of it I happen to be, I can, once I stop in an hour, I'm good. So,
well,
I probably never pass a breathalyzer test, but I feel like I'm in charge at least.
My wife has, since I've taken over running Hallowcon,
Mm-hmm.
my wife has walked up to me on Saturday afternoon and just taken the glass out of my hand. I said, "What?" She goes, "You're done."
Yeah.
But
We
it's
all need
3
some
o'clock. It's 3 o'clock. You're done.
You're done.
Okay.
Yes, dear. Well, I used to work for a guy that he started drinking promptly at 5 p.m. on Friday afternoon and didn't let up till Sunday night at 5. And it's like, I think that's one of the things that cemented my idea that I would never do recreational drinking again. So,
well, that's sort of what happens at Hallowcon, but I don't encourage it. But it's
no. I understand that will happen at conventions, and but I know how to nurse a drink. I know how to say no too. So,
and
That's not what Cookie says.
now
it depends on what you're asking, Nick.
now I will tell you, if I'm drinking straight from the dark rum bottle,
Yeah.
it's not dark rum.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. All right.
Sweet tea.
Good fake there. Well, that's what I understand a number of rock stars do. That when you think they're drinking like from a fifth of Seagram's, they're actually drinking like like Nestea or something. Welcome back, Dan. Welcome back to your own show.
Yes. And Dan,
I came on because I saw Joe alone on Dan's show, and I'm like, oh no. Yeah.
Dan, I was telling them.
And I'm what, Nick? I think I was there before you.
That
you showed up after he did.
Oh, that's right. Time and space mean nothing to me anymore.
Don't worry, technology hates me. It's fine.
Dan,
you could.
I love you to make up.
I was telling these two guys about me on Sunday mornings at a convention.
Yeah.
How people hate me.
He does the oh heavens, aphasia again. I wish I would quit doing that. Try and remember somebody's name and it just goes whoop.
I have that problem when I'm on the air too. Of name aphasia, I get that a lot.
It's not just on the air. I suffer from it all the time at work. I mean, I'll be trying to talk to somebody, and I go, the big guy with the red hat,
Yeah.
There's actually a name for that.
Yeah.
Okay, I just thought I was going crazy.
When you cannot think of, when
you'll rule that out.
You know the word in your head, but you can't get your mouth to say it.
I just thought it came from having kids.
No, that one you're trying to self-edit all the things you don't want them to learn until they're teenagers. Yes.
No, well, with me, it's David, and I start naming off dogs and cats. Some of them that have been dead for years.
You calling the roll? That's what it is.
Yeah. Just call the roll. Eventually, I'll get to you.
Every grandparent, every parent, every aunt and uncle I have ever had has done that. And my mom's side of the family could fill a football stadium. So, they had quite a while before they could actually get to your name because they were going in order of age. And thankfully, I was one of the younger generations. But by that time, they'd already forgotten what had gotten you in trouble.
If only.
Yeah, my kids for a long time
thought you didn't get a whipping. It just means they forgot why.
Yeah, my kids thought for a while their name was you. You come here.
I just thought they forgot to put "damn it" on my birth certificate.
You can
Damn it,
always have that.
Brian.
You can always have that repaired.
That's true. That's true. Well, that's why if you ever get an email from me, I sign my name with an exclamation point at the end, because that's how my mother used to say my name, Brian. Yeah. What are you doing, Brian? Nothing. What are you doing it with? A hammer, Brian. So.
Let me ask you this question: do you remember the roll of paper caps?
Oh
Yes.
How much hearing loss do you have because of those and a hammer?
I'm sorry. What'd you say?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, you had hammers. How posh! I had to use a rock.
My dad had a
barefoot uphill both ways. You betcha.
My dad had a 6-pound short-handled sledgehammer.
Oh, nice!
Oh,
oh sweet!
You could set off 5 or 6 caps in a row with that.
Are you kidding? Are you kidding? I was hitting whole rolls.
Oh yeah,
I bet
that does seem a little wasteful though, because then you got to go spend a dime on another one.
Yeah, but you got the neighbors looking for gunshots.
Yeah. I'll tell you something I learned when I was in college. I got one of those black, and they still made them out of metal at the time. And I don't know what made me do it. But anyway, I drilled a hole down the barrel so that when the cap hit, the spark went out through the front. There's laws against that sort of thing now, but...
oh, yeah.
Yeah, because you turned that replica into a functional black powder pistol, and it could have blown up in your face if you actually had put powder in it.
That's true, but with the cap, the way the configuration was on this particular gun, the spark went forward. And let's just say I settled a couple arguments with it.
And a few people's hash, I would imagine.
Yeah. And, there's a couple of people who are probably glad they wore dark pants when I did that, especially when I'm holding the gun, near their waistline and pull the trigger. So
sorry,
I've grown out of that phase, though.
Yeah, Dan, if you remember when I first redid the studio, I had the pew sitting back here in the corner.
Yeah.
You noticed it went missing?
Yeah.
Somebody questioned it. I had to take the black tape off the end of it.
Oh. Well, that certainly would have put a damper on the night we were showing off all our sharp, pointy things and firearmy things to Nick.
Sharp, pointy things? I got those. I like sharp, pointy things. I'm in my study. I pity the person who messes with that scenario.
Oh.
And I do apologize for leaving. To the viewers who don't know, I have a son, and he is autistic, and he's an insomniac like I am. He decided he was going to start trying to do a dance routine in the middle of the living room rather loudly, just shy of midnight, which is not unheard of. But I could feel the floor shake, so I'm like, I better go, make sure we don't have giant men coming through our front door again, or something.
Good call.
Like that.
Good call.
I left my mic on, didn't I?
We
Just
never
a bit.
noticed.
We talked over.
I talked.
Okay, you didn't hear me crack it open then. Good.
I think I did just now. Don't listen to this.
Go. Oh, you know what? Is that American? Yeah, that stuff is absolutely amazing. If you get
me. The aphasia just wore off. Dean Martin.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Joe Dog at conventions will pull a Dean Martin, and he will be drinking tea and telling everybody it's some high-powered homebrew that he made. And the next morning when he gets up, he's so bright and cheerful and chirpy, they just want to kill him.
Well, what about the nights that I hand the mason jar around?
Oh, well, yeah. But you usually trick people into thinking you're actually drinking from it when you're not.
Yes, I am.
You had a sip or two, but then everybody else drains the jar, and the next morning they're walking around because they don't know the trademark secret. Uh,
Brian, all I'm going to tell you is the
Okay.
Stacker B12.
Oh right, yes, I know of that, and I've heard other people swear by that stuff too.
Yeah,
uh-huh.
you hit it. You take you kill one of these.
Just a
Take
bottle of water.
Take the
Yeah.
B12 and then
Right.
go party. When you get back from partying, you hit another B12 and another bottle of water. You wake up the next morning going, you're laying in the bed and you start to come to and you're going, well, okay, where am I? I'm at a convention. What did I do? I was drinking. Oh, dear God. Oh, dear God. Oh, dear God.
Wow, I didn't realize it had that side effect.
Yeah, you wake up going, okay.
No hangover.
There's a hangover. Where's the hangover? It's coming. And it's oh God, it's going to be one of those that just runs up and hits you with a sledgehammer. Where is it? And 5 minutes later, you're paranoid as hell because you know there's supposed to be a hangover,
Right.
and it's not there.
God.
Yeah.
An hour later, you're out of the shower. You're off at the breakfast bar. You're loading up your plate with scrambled eggs and hash browns, and all your friends are looking at you like, I could just kill you right now.
Sounds like a party.
Now,
Oh,
Joe,
that's
be
the kind of conventions we go to. Yeah.
That's I'm grateful to be a guest. I'm looking forward to this.
Joe, be careful telling that story like
Yeah.
at a restaurant. Someone will order whatever you're having. I'm just saying, the way you were sitting there chanting, "Oh God, oh God, oh God," and rolling your eyes, I'm like, wow, that B12, that's a next level stuff, you know?
Yeah.
It is. Trust me, because when you realize that I should be in the throes of death and I feel fine.
Yeah.
Well, good morning, everybody.
It is the next level stuff. I went out and bought.
Dan's already prepping for either the end of the world or Hallowcon. We can't decide which is going to happen first.
Oh.
So.
Actually, no, that's just Thursday,
One
Friday, and
precipitates
Saturday
the other.
next week.
Figures.
Oh yeah.
I remember my last hangover back in my heavy drinking days. I had gone on a bender with some friends and still had work the next day in the comic shop. So I'm like clinging to the lottery machine, you know, because that's the only thing holding me onto the face of the earth. And it's basically just a tiny little printer, room for a roll of paper, and the rest of it is just air, you know, surrounded by metal. It's basically a great big drum. So I'm holding on to this thing, and a friend comes in and sees me and goes, "You're hungover," and then comes up and starts beating on this thing like she's Ginger Baker, you know, doing a solo during a Cream concert.
Yeah, really.
And you know, it's like as if my hangover wasn't. Yeah, I could have used that then. I could have used that if I could have gotten both my eyes to point in the same direction. Yeah, I could have used that either on her or me. So
Really.
yeah.
Depends on which one would have been less painful at the time.
Probably doing it on me. Yeah, it's like, help me die, folks. Just help me die. Yeah, I don't miss hangovers at all.
Hey, Dan, look at the upper left corner.
2 hours.
Yeah.
I was going to mention.
Shoot, I don't have the dawn coming in through the window, and this faces, you know, west. Yeah, so it's not time for Dan to hang up yet. I mean, my gosh, what's the name of the show? First Guy to Fall? No, it's not.
No, and the origin of the Last Man Standing is not only at some of the conventions, not all of them, because I have been photographed nodding off in the middle of a party, and y'all all know that I can nod off in the middle of a program when I'm actually supposed to be talking, but there have been many an occasion when the after show has ended for many a different show, and it'll be me and Nick and maybe Bill Sartain and
Blake.
or Blake. Yes, indeed, Blake. Can't forget Blake. He was one of the early ones too. And we're just going till like 5 o'clock in the morning, and just all of a sudden they realize what time it is, and they're like, "Man, I got to work in the morning." And I go, "Well, yeah, so do I." Let's see, 30 minutes. Yeah, I can make it to work in that length of time. I'll sleep when I'm dead. But I wound up being basically a lot of times the last person in the room, and I just go last man standing and click out leave studio, and so I came up with a name for this this particular show.
Nice.
It's basically for insomniac crazy people like us that just don't know when to say when.
Speaking of insomniac crazy people like us, I have a council of respected elders here that I can confide in. Around the time you guys hit 40, did you all start massively craving spicy food, or is that just me? I'm just curious.
That's you. I didn't get that till I was about 52.
It was a little later for me too. It wasn't 40.
28.
Well, see, I used to love spicy food, but I had assorted stomach problems, and it's been a few years of medication. But like, I'm making Thai stir fries at home that half singe your eyebrows off all of a sudden. And I don't know why. I'm like, I don't know, but this seems like the right answer to everything right now. As in, I saw him coming on, and I'm like, I'm not done with my stir fry yet. Hold on. So I was sitting here like shoveling in spicy stir fry.
I had to swear off the spicy food when I was about 24, when I made my batch of super chili with habaneros, when habaneros were the new pepper.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I would dice up 3 habaneros to put in about 2 gallons of chili.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a bit much on my scale, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, about the third bite, I choked or whatever, and coughed and blew it back up into my nose.
Oh no.
And when you get to that point, there's only one way out.
Yep.
It involves a Kleenex and pinching your nose and blowing.
Either that or the porcelain idol.
Yeah.
Well, no, I blew it into my sinuses.
Oof.
If you ever watch Hot
That's going to hurt for days.
It did.
If you ever watch the Hot Ones program, I was at a con about 4 years ago where the pizza delivery guy had 2 of the Last Stab. The first 2 iterations of it. And the first one wasn't bad, but immediately went right up into the sinuses. And the second one, though, was just pure heat. It just went straight up there. And this is just like with a dot worth of this stuff. And I'm pretty good. We've got some stuff downstairs from hedonist.com, and it's like I've got some 7s in the fridge. And we have that with with our food sometimes. But man, this 10, the 2 million Scoville units, that's it's nice to know one has limits. So but I understand. That hurts like hell. It's like, do I get a hose up there or something? What do I do?
Well, I don't know. I will tell you, when you get that kind of pepper into your sinuses, you do go blind.
Yeah.
You can't. I mean, it's just everything's white.
Yeah.
And it was probably 25 years before I tried anything hot again.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
I was in my mid-20s. I was already working at the factory and went to a party, and they had nachos with jalapenos and all the fixings and everything. Now, before this, I thought my mom putting 2 drops of Tabasco in a 3-gallon pot of chili was hot.
Yeah.
And my dad would be the one that he'd buy a thing of oysters and put a few drops on each one on a soda cracker and eat them for fun. And I couldn't tolerate hot stuff, and then I pigged out on those jalapenos. It's like all of a sudden my metabolism changed, and this was the best thing I'd ever had in my life.
Oh yeah.
And the next day I had to call into work. I can't be there because I'm on fire from one end of my digestive tract to the other.
Yeah.
And after that, I tolerated moderate amounts of hot peppers. And right now, in my refrigerator, there is a jar of sliced homegrown pickled peppers, and there are Tabascos, chilies, cow horns, a couple of habaneros, and some other stuff I can't even identify. But in small amounts, I can tolerate this. I make we got one of those large oval crock pots. When I make chili, I fill that thing to the brim with tomatoes and pinto beans and ground beef and sausage and onions and bell peppers, and I will take like 2, maybe 3 spoonfuls out of the pickled pepper jar, and I don't know what I've got because they don't come with the individual labels in the jar. So it could be flaming hot, or it could be pretty decently acceptably warm.
Yeah.
I
But
hope somebody catches a screenshot of Joe right before he signed off for a second there. That was horrifying. That was like, I don't have words for that expression. That was...
Yeah, we'll catch it on the rerun here.
See,
We'll have another screen capture for it. We'll isolate that image.
like
Charlie
yeah,
horse, Charlie horse in the hammy.
Okay.
okay.
We get it. We
that
get it.
I was worried about you. Like I thought you might be stroking out or something, because that was
when you get
Dan was getting too vivid.
When you get cramps,
Yeah.
you got to get up and walk it off real quick, or it's going to hurt even worse.
Oh yeah. You're right.
Yeah. No, see, I'm not that go for pain hot stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But I had like
same with
ulcers
me.
and stuff, so I had to be careful.
Yeah, same here.
But I'm telling you, I have fallen in love with making a little stir fry. You put the oil down, and then you hit the cayenne pepper into the oil, so that then you brown up in the cayenne garlic and my mix. It browns up the noodles, and then I found this Asian like it's a hot, mildly hot General Tso's in there. Oh my God, you get that and you sort of caramelize everything, throw whatever veg, and one of those cans of the big like the Le Choy mixed Chinese vegetables.
Yeah.
Just
the good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I told my wife, this is how I know we've reached a point in affluence. Because, like, I've been so broke that I would get the discount ramen, read that right, and, if you squeeze the Taco Bell hot sauce you swiped on the way to use their restroom, you can taste the poverty. But now, like, I got up.
Briefly, while you still have taste buds.
But I'm sitting here making this up. I'm like, crack 1 egg in there, mix that all in. It's great. I'm like, it needs a little of this, a little bit of spicy bits, but not hot.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why. It's just middle of the night I crave spicy stuff, and it's so weird because like I'll sit up at 2:00. You know what sounds good? Some Thai food. You know what I mean? And I don't know if that's just a thing. So I thought I'd ask if that's normal.
No, that's cool. No, that's cool. Or I think it sometimes happens to people. I don't know if there's like an age where the switch just flips on that, but no, I eat more spicy food now than I did when I was much younger. I mean, it used to be the pepperoncinis that came in like Papa John's.
Yeah,
I'm like, here, Cookie, you have that,
Yeah.
And now I eat them. Now I can
See,
eat.
that-
Oh yeah.
That was me, and that's what's getting me. I was always just let's keep it mild, man, because I don't want, with all the problems I had, I could handle it going in, but
Right.
going out was never. The juice was not worth the squeeze in one of the great,
Yeah,
Nick,
I get it. Been there.
Yeah. Well,
You feel it mapping your entire intestinal system.
Oh,
as
yeah,
it passes through.
I think the phrase is you pay for it coming and going.
yeah.
Oh, well, I had a friend once who was making what he called atomic tacos, and he was like chopping up like numerous habaneros one day, and it was a hot day, it was a party, and so he's just chop, rubbing his eyes, chop, rubbing his eyes, and yeah, you're ahead of me, Nick. And needless to say, yeah, he. Needless to say, it didn't take him long to realize he had made a mistake in life.
Oh no! Okay. I used to travel.
It's not rubbing your eyes.
Yeah.
Yes.
See now
Yes.
you know where it's going.
I do too.
I used to travel with the SCA, and I knew a lady who there's a level of genius, and I don't use that word lightly, where they disconnect with reality. I mean, she was a circuit board builder. She built circuit boards for nuclear submarines.
Wow.
I mean, this is like scary sharp lady.
Yeah.
But she would get stuff imported from Mexico through channels because she liked hot stuff. I think she was born smoking. You know what I mean? The little skinny lady born smoking,
Yeah.
Whatever she drank had pickled everything, so all she could taste was hot. But she has this devil's whatever, and I could smell it through the cap, through the refrigerator door when it was closed. I'm not kidding. And she's putting it in, one of these macho fighter types comes up. And she's like, this is hot. You don't want this. She's like, here's normal chili. Here's the hot people chili. And this little crock pot over there is mine. For your own safety, leave it alone. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, what's in it? She's like that. Well, give me a little. Give me just a little on the finger. She's looking at him, and I'm looking at it because, like, I'm 5 feet away and my eyes are watering. And I don't mean like a little bit. I mean like old Yeller got shot crying, right? It's viscous. Well, this is, don't do it. No, he puts it, and I swear I watch it burn his finger. He had a physical reaction to it touching his finger. He puts it, flashes bright red, swivels like this. He's sweating, like flexing, doing the stand up. Looks her square in the eye. It's not hot. It's bitter. And I'm laughing. I'm like, oh, I don't like it has a carrot juice base. And old boy wanders off to the bathroom. And I'm looking at her, and we both go, wait for it.
3,
Yeah.
2.
They have to call the ambulance. There's this whole thing. He's got.
It wasn't that bad, Nick. It was just a Charlie horse in my hamstring. Come on.
No, we actually went off on left field talking about chili.
Yes.
I'm just gonna say, when that hit, it was like, and I couldn't even see the mouse to click me off.
I watched your face just like lengthen and your eyes sunk in and it went straight down. It just like you did the skull face. I'm like, and then you ducked, and we hear a sound that should never come out of a human before you hit the mic button. And so yeah, we're glad you're okay, Joe.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if like your desk gremlins got up under your pant leg or something for that one, but
No, I've been doing work out in the yard this weekend, enjoying the great weather, and it part of my back injury affected the hamstrings, the surgery.
Right.
oh yeah,
I mean, that's why I could walk, and and Dan will understand this, from the front of the choo-choo to the back of the choo-choo in seconds, where now it would take me 10 minutes.
Yep, and that's a long walk.
Yeah. And so, I used to tell my wife and kids, come on, come on, come on. Now they're stopping and waiting on me. Come on, Grandpa. That's night and day difference. But my hamstrings, after the surgery, my hamstrings drew up and I can't stretch my hamstrings out. So when they Charlie horse, they're already drawn up. There's a constant Charlie horse. Then when I get a real Charlie horse, it's
like getting hit in the leg with a sledgehammer.
Oh yeah, I bet.
No, more like about a 22.
Oh.
You should look into a physical therapist. Is there anything they can do for you?
Well, that's one of the reasons I'm classified as disabled. When insurance quit paying for the physical therapy, within a week.
Oh yeah.
It was an hour a day, 5 days a week.
Oh yeah.
Within a week, I was back to needing a cane to walk. So I'm not committed enough to do an hour of exercise a day just to stretch my legs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Lindsay has sciatica really bad, which is something in the same vein as what Joe has, but probably not nearly as intense. And she wonders why I still keep a walker in the van for when we have to take a 3-hour drive to a convention. Because I'm going, honey, when you get there, you're going to want your cane, even though you usually don't need it. You're going to want this damn thing, and I am not getting rid of it. Because if you don't need it, eventually I will.
Well, there was a time when Cookie and I carried 2 canes in the car. Because, one or the other of us was needing it. So, we're both better now. But
well, the doctor gets mad at me because I won't use the medical aluminum I'm a pitiful, pitiful person cane.
Oh, yeah.
I use, my cane is cane. I believe it's hickory with the shepherd's hook. And, and the knots down the side.
Uh-huh.
Nice. Yeah. See, I collect canes because I started needing one off and on when I was 15. So it's the whole... I'm still like, if I try to get up one day now and I can't, I got told 12 years ago I'd be in a wheelchair for life in 6 months. And, knock on plastic. But, so yeah, do what you gotta do. And personalized canes, if you want to throw money, look up customcanes.com. Full disclosure, I bought mine at Goodwill because it was from somebody donated it from an estate, and I paid like $7 for mine. But the one with the flames on it. But they're carbon fiber. They're nearly indestructible. They chip a little bit, but they weigh next to nothing if that ever becomes an issue. And they're really great. They're like $80, but they're if you're using a cane every day to get around it, that's something to invest in.
Well, the cane that I had one cane that a friend made for me, but Greg sat on it and broke my heart. It was Yoda's cane.
Oh,
yeah. That I loved that one. It looked just like Yoda's cane, carved out. But
oh. You know what? I found something I was talking to you guys about. Remember you said it disappeared? You asked me if I could make a guard with the chain thing I accidentally stumbled on messing with the paracord. And I said I already had, and it went walking about. And I just realized when I went to look to see which cane I had handy. And see, I did actually make the rig we were talking about. It just took me a while to find it. And sure enough, it did appear in the middle of my living room, like it'd been sitting there the whole time.
He was waiting for you.
So yeah, I've accidentally came across a way to make a really cute little chain-looking thing out of paracord for the effects. So yeah, I'm sorry, I just glanced down and saw that. And plus, we were all getting. You look like you're getting that. That was getting a little heavy, and we don't need heavy.
Yeah.
Man, life's too short to be heavy. The only thing that should be heavy is Elvira bouncing by, man. You know what I mean? Like, seriously, let's go for what makes life a beautiful thing. You know, sunsets. You know,
Elvira.
that first rain, Elvira. You know,
Betty Page.
Betty Page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Julie
Yeah.
Newmar.
Oh, God.
Oh.
I met her one time.
She's on my friends list.
She's on mine too. Yeah. Yeah. I got to meet her. She was like 74 at the time. She's at the Superman celebration. She walks into the room and we're all like, and then the thing was we'd been outside. You know, Metropolis in June is like a kiln with humidity. And we will, you know, and she's like, I'm like, well, Julie, can I get my picture taken with you? And she goes, let me put my arm around you. And I'm like, Julie, you don't want to touch me right now. I'm a treat for all the senses. And she goes, I insist. I must have my arm around you. Yeah. All I can say is I was 10 years old again and glad I wasn't standing up real soon. Even then, she's still beautiful. She is still beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
But
Oh, yeah.
She will always be my favorite Catwoman. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
mine too.
I love
she's
Eartha
the gold
Kitt
standard.
for what Eartha Kitt is, but
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Julie, good Lord. Now I can't even. I don't know what I was thinking about before, but that's what you call aphasia applied. You know, applied.
Yeah,
aphasia.
that's
You just
applied
look
aphasia.
at
Yeah.
a Madam Certain. Hey, Julie Newmar. Y'all suck. Wait. I hate to say it, but Alfred Pennyworth doesn't have Julie Newmar on his.
Yeah.
Perhaps you should ask Master Bruce. I'm sure he does.
Yeah. How's it we can get on our friends list, but you can't? You know, ask yourself what life choices you're making.
I am a poor scrabbling, mortal in the realm of giants, trying not to be crushed by your greatness. I am fully aware of where I am today.
What? What the hell are you talking about?
I don't know. All I did was ask her a question about was Little Abner as much fun to film as she made it look like it was when she was acting?
Oh, yeah.
And she liked that because it wasn't a Batman question.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm going to tell you right now, when you ask those stars questions that they don't normally get from obscure stuff, it just totally changes the conversation.
Yes.
When I met Henry Winkler, I told you what my question was I asked him.
I remember you told me that, yeah.
Do you remember that, Nick?
Yes,
It
I do.
just absolutely, it was one of those that he stopped for a second and was like, what the hell? Oh, he had to think about, I just told him I knew he's in charge. He was the executive producer of probably one of the greatest shows ever, MacGyver. And it just totally changed the attitude.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, when he says, do you want your picture made? And I said, I just got enough. He goes, do you want your picture made with me? Yeah, sure. And me and my wife were standing there. I said, hold on. Whoa, stop. The guy went, what? I said, I cannot be taller than the Fonz. Me and my wife squatted down to where he was taller than us in the picture.
That's awesome.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Fonz hits me right there.
Wow. Huh.
And Dan knows I'm short.
That's beautiful. Well, that's like when I saw Phil Morris, the son of Greg Morris, from Mission Impossible. And at the time, this again was at the Superman celebration, and Phil was at the at the time he was on Smallville as the Martian Manhunter. And everybody, of course, is like, "Oh, what was it like being with Tom Welling? Oh, is so and so is nice that they seem. What's Kristen Crook like?" And I walked up and leaned down and I said, "Listen, Phil, I don't give a damn about Smallville. I want to talk about Mission Impossible, the '80s revival, which he was on, playing the son of his father's character." And Phil jumps to his feet and he's like, "I love that. I miss that show." And the two of us had this very animated, like 2-minute conversation. Everybody's like, "What did Brian say to him?" He's really got him set off, And Phil was just like, "Oh my God, nobody asks me about this stuff." And I'm like, "Dude, that's the stuff I love. And I loved your dad. I loved him from Dick Van Dyke even." And, he's like, "Oh my God," so it was a great 2-minute conversation with the guy. But, like you said, Joe Dog, you just like it flipped a switch in him.
Like when the guy from the YouTube's Star Trek Continues.
Oh yeah, those.
When
were
I
great.
told him, and I said, I just got to shake the hand of the second greatest Captain Kirk ever.
Wow.
And he's like, "Okay, who?" He goes, "Well, who's the first?" And I said, "Well, it ain't the tree." He about fell out. You could hear him laugh all over this large convention center, just as loud. He goes, "Thank you, thank you." And I told him, I'd seen about 9 episodes. He says, "Well, there's 11 of them." I said, "Oh, there's more? I missed them." So, I went back and rewatched the whole series, and they pretty much ended it right where they complete the 5-year mission, and the Enterprise goes to the retrofit for the movie.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, nice.
The next day, he called me over and was asking, me a couple questions, then tried to hawk a picture on me.
Yeah, the bromance was over.
Yeah. But he remembered, when you can say something to a guest that they can remember you the next day, you've made an impression.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I still want to get Peter Davison to sign a picture of Campion. That would be like one of my.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Possibly with or just a replica of the business card. I would love to do that because I love Doctor Who. I've always loved Doctor Who. Baker's my favorite Doctor because I hit the Pertwee Baker Davison arc was like my prime inspirational Doctor. But
my favorite Doctor's Baker too.
Everybody
just not that
Baker.
One.
That
just
Baker.
not that one.
God bless you, Joe Dog. God bless you.
I
love Colin Baker.
I will give huge bonus points to Colin Baker for being a great Doctor and a better human being. It's a case of going by which one's hit. He wasn't my first because I was the kid who we are now. PBS is showing a marathon of all the Doctor Who's we have the rights to, going from 1 forward, and you spend a whole week where I don't want to go to the bathroom, I don't want to eat. I am a geeky kid watching I want to see every incarnation. Dun 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 dun. So yeah. I don't.
Well, my Colin Baker story is pretty funny. I've actually got 2 Colin Baker stories.
Okay.
The first one was the first meeting. It's when I was doing my podcast, Southern Fried Trainwreck, which I tried to get Dan on, but he wouldn't do it.
I remember that convention.
Yeah. And then I went to the Doctor Who convention just a couple months later. That's when Colin Baker was down there. And I knew the lady in charge of the guest. I said, "Is there any way I can get just a sound bite from him, for my podcast?" She goes, I'll see what I can do. And one thing led to another, and he goes, oh, podcast, yes. And she goes, you got 5 minutes. Probably 25, 30 minutes later, she's standing there going, I said, thank you so much, Mr. Baker. It has been an honor having you as one of our guests and all that. But I think, we need to sort of wrap up. He goes, Are you ending the podcast? I said, no, I figured you have something else to do. He goes, no, I don't. And she just,
Oh, God.
he stayed for probably another 10 minutes and she says, never again. Hey, I tried.
I think the question I would ask Colin is did he have fun working on Blake 7 for the one episode?
Babar the Butcher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Babin.
Babin, that's right. I'm thinking of the elephant.
And then my second story was I was now promoting Hallowcon down at the Hallowcon they called it Hulanta by that time. I had a weeping angel that I set up on my desk on our table, had its head down like this, and it was kneeling. But when I hit a button, it'd lift its head up and look at you. Oh, I had so much fun with that. I had one girl say, "Ooh, it's a weeping angel. I got to get my picture." But she kept looking over her shoulder at it. And I wasn't hitting the button. And her boyfriend went to take the picture. Just as he got the camera up and I timed it just right, I hit the button and the head raised up and looked at her. His eyes got that big. His jaw dropped open. And he looked at the camera and he's just like... And the girl goes, by the time that the head went back, she had turned around, the head was back down and it hadn't moved.
Oh, no.
He goes, what? She says, what's wrong with you? He goes, and hands her the phone. She pulls it up. She screams, throws the phone in the air, and takes off running. Well, I'm having fun with this at the convention. I mean, I'm scaring the shit out of people. I'm having people come up and go, hit the button. And they, pose with it.
That's funny.
Well, I went to hit it this one time, and about that time, Colin Baker walks right in front of it. He goes, oh my goodness. That is the most impressive thing I've ever seen. I don't know if I should walk away or keep backing up and closing one eye at a time as he walked away.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
His companion was there at the convention.
Oh.
She's like... And then Camille Curry, Rose's mom.
Right. Yeah. Jackie.
Yeah, she goes, that is absolutely impressive. I've never seen anything like that. Where did you get that? Did you make it?
Nice. Very nice.
Convention handlers are looking at me like, don't bring it back. Why not? I've just got bukus of, attention from your guest. So impressed. Of course, the guy across from me in the hallway has been trying to get Baker to stop and talk to him all weekend. Giving me that, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. And I looked at him and went,
see, that's nice. That moment always earns the look around.
Yeah.
You know, because if I'm
When-
gonna go,
When you
I've
got it, you
places.
got it.
That's right. That's
Oh,
right.
oh, that is beautiful. So we need to do do you guys have a fourth? If I were to set up a game at some point, because I like the personality mix we've got going here, and I think
John?
okay, that's up to you guys. Because at some point I'm going to be hint ton of bricks running a series of games of different genre and things. And and when I do it, I prefer to have fun people to run games for, and you guys,
Well, that's me out. See you guys. Oh.
oh, dude, I'll make you bring Cookie back in, and she can hold like a Winston, a Wilson
join
fence
in.
in front of herself. Yeah,
She's a
I know
she's
she
a
would.
gamer too. So yeah.
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
Like-
Oh, well, that's the thing. I'm not a gamer anymore, really. I enjoy watching people play, but
It's like riding a bike. I'm telling you, Dan, it's like riding a bike.
yeah, I've got to figure out where
You
I put
roll a
this
one,
damn
you
dice.
curse.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm one of the only people I know that's got a two-sided dice from an old video place, and it goes, "This is your lucky day," and on the other side, no cash value. And I look at it and go, "How can it be my fucking lucky day?"
A two-sided dice, that's a coin.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, I have a 3-sided 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, and I even have a 37-sided die. It was a die that was used in, I think it's the Danish National Lottery.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and they sell like scads of these things in Denmark. You just roll the dice, and that's how you come up with the numbers that you play every week. I've got 5.5 pounds of dice in my room.
I've got one
Now,
that's a D6, but it is clear plastic, and it has a crossover section on the inside with a couple of holes cut in the corners, and there's a little BB in there.
Oh, okay.
So you flip it, and no matter which side is up, there are no numbers on it. You have to decide which section the little pellet is in. And then you can figure out what number it's supposed to be.
now I've seen a D20
Yeah.
that had 4 1s and 3 20s, and then the rest of the numbers.
Wow.
It's called a critical D20.
Oh, I've never seen that. That's interesting.
And basically, they said the thinking behind it is if you're going to roll a 1, a 3, or a 4 is just about as bad.
That's true. That's
So
true.
it's a 1. And if you're going to roll a 20, 17,
19
18, or 19.
That's true. By the time you get your modifiers in, yeah.
So it just eliminates it.
Makes a lot of sense. Very cool. Very cool.
Now, I've got a pair of D6s that are jade and a D4 that is amethyst.
Nice.
I got those at an SCA event, actually. I hate to use them because the jade is fragile. If you clatter it too hard, it will chip pieces off, and you no longer have a D6. You have 2 half D6s. Oh,
I think
I shall
favorite
return.
of course, my favorite custom dice I have a set that are 4, 5, and 6. They're D6s, and I use them for character generation. And then I actually found it in the woods, half buried. It was like a doubling dice from, I don't know, like backgammon or something like that, where it's like 2, 8, 60, 16, 32, 64. Nice. And I found this, and I started laughing because I got a whole summer's worth of amusement of, okay, guys, we're going to play D&D, and guess what? You're superheroes. Really, how's that work? Well, just roll these dice. And one of them was the double, maxed out 64. So, yeah, can you make this work? Sure, it's broken. You're superheroes. I can make this work. So we had like a rogue with a 32 dexterity, and then we got the one guy who goes and he rolls the big die and he gets the 2, and he's just like. Congratulations! Halfway through, I turned him into the Incredible Hulk because he was so angry. You know what I mean?
So, y'all like the superhero stuff? Have any of y'all seen the new superhero stuff that's came out on Amazon and Netflix?
Are you talking about
The Boys, Invincible, and
I've read
Jupiter's
I've read the books. I've read the complete series, The Boys, the complete set of the Invincible, and one of the things I've got in my Hoopla account right now is Jupiter's Children that I'm going to be tackling next.
Okay.
I want to watch The Boys. I'm familiar enough with Invincible to realize that there's no way in a 1 TV house that I can make Invincible work. You know what I mean?
The Invincible is Robert Kirkman, the guy that did Walking Dead.
Yeah.
The Walking Dead on AMC is a kindergarten show.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, I've read Kirkman's Walking Dead.
Yeah.
I've read all the volumes of it.
I mean, the TV show.
Mandy actually liked it.
The TV show makes the Walking Dead TV. Invincibles makes the Walking Dead TV show look like a kindergarten show.
Oh, yeah.
I
mean, the original comics are fantastic.
And Jupiter's Legacy.
Independent. Oh.
Yeah. Jupiter's Legacy on Netflix almost gives you the feeling of, and this is the way I've described it to people, it is The Boys masked up with Invincible in the mirror universe.
Ooh, wow.
Ooh, okay.
That's nice.
Whereas in The Boys, the superheroes were bad. In Jupiter's Legacy, they live by the code. Killing is not permitted. And there is younger, new superheroes coming in. And the older superheroes are retiring.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, I don't look up names, but whoever the actress is playing the mother has this gorgeous silver hair down to here. Oh, beautiful.
It's just like that B12 water combination in the morning, huh? Oh God! Oh God!
Yeah.
Yeah.
B12 is going to be the new code for hottie after this broadcast, and no one will know why.
I am just going to say, I've reached that point in my life where a woman with gray hair is sexy.
Yeah, I agree.
There's a point.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm
you've
sorry.
got to get up to that point. What?
Yeah. I was in my 20s when that happened. What took you so long?
Yeah.
As soon as I figured this stuff out, I was like, Raquel Welch, yes. Well, she's 80. Did I stutter? Raquel Welch, yes. You know. But I get you. That moment of, oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For me, it was a young lady about, I'd say just under 30 or something. And she had the streaks in her hair like the Bride of Frankenstein. And I'm going,
the Damia streak.
Oh, that is so hot.
Oh, God. Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't go Damia's streak with that comment. Or were you not a big fan of, like, Damia's Children and the Rowan and all that?
I haven't the faintest idea what you're talking about.
Oh, my God. Oh, God. Who wrote it? Is it Lackey? It's either Lackey or It's either Lackey or McCaffrey, and I'm brave for it. Damia's Children. I'm sorry. I thought that level of Peter Ridiger teleport and telekinetic. Oh God, If you haven't read those books, there is a huge gaping hole in your world, Dan Oldfield. I mean, and I don't say that lightly. Damien's Children, I mean, that's peak late 70s, early 80s quality sci-fi.
That'd be
Not,
McCaffrey then.
I think so. Yeah, because I will admit a sin, I've never been fond of most of the Dragon Rider Supern books.
Mhm.
Not, just
I couldn't get into it.
they suffer from that Tolkien dryness.
Mhm.
If the But let me see if I can get Hair Google to answer. Yeah, that's Anne McCaffrey. Okay, yeah, look those up. If you haven't, Dan, you're going to thank me and be like, how did I miss this? But then again, that's...
I missed it because I never saw it on the shelves.
Oh, God. Like, seriously, you should look up that whole series. They're just fundamentally amazing. But then again, it's like, somebody was telling me, I love the Dresden Files, Jim Butcher is the father of urban fantasy. And I'm just... Wait, what? No. Wait. Do you not know about the Serrated Edge series by Mercedes Lackey? If you don't, stop now, go read them, come back. I'll wait.
Oh, what? Oh, okay.
No, I'll deal with this.
Okay. I thought somebody else had joined us.
No. I'm worried about Carl Whitzman.
Oh.
Yeah, Carl Whitzman has reached a low point.
Oh yes. It's I can tell you the story behind it.
Oh jeez.
What? What? Nick?
Congratulations! My bullshit detector rolled a 1, and I just it's Memorial Day, so I expect to get a certain number of messages, and I'm thinking Carl Witzman is of the age I might get that kind of message, and I'm like, oh my god, shit!
No. Okay, here we go. Here's the story.
The thing is that place is just a couple of miles from rock bottom.
Probably is. No, this is we had the Indie Author Book Expo in Peoria, Illinois, Saturday, and author Michaela Jade, was hosting an after party, and so Carl and Donna, Carlene, and Cookie and myself drove up to where Michaela lives, which is about a half hour northeast of Peoria, Illinois, and on the way about 5 minutes before you get to her house, we're just driving along, and I'm like, honey, we've reached the low point. We've reached low point. And she's like, what? We're having a good time. I'm like, no, look at that sign. And there was a sign pointing to the east saying low point. And then when we got to Michaela's, Carl brought it up, and then, hi. And so I looked it up on my phone, and it is a legitimate town with about 6 streets, Low Point, Illinois. And I said, well, they've got like a post office and a pool and spa business there. And I'll be with you in a minute. Hi, Cookie's there. Cookie says hi.
Hi, Cookie.
Hi. Oh, I tell it's Cookie. See.
Hey,
I know that hand. Buy her some bracelets.
Nick said, I know that hand. So anyway, away with you, woman. Anyway, but no, and services of Brian will be at, no, I'll be down in midnight. Anyway, but no, so, and I told, it has a pool and spa business, this town of about 14 people. And it's just off of the highway, and, we just found it greatly amusing, and it doesn't surprise me in the least that Carl took the time to go into this this town and get his picture taken there. So and I say he's hit a low point.
Yeah, and I couldn't resist sharing that up. Yeah. I mean, I could see the color draining from Nick's face, like, oh no. And then the picture pops up, and he looks at it like, what? Oh
no! It was a terrific day. Kudos to Jen Thompson for throwing a party. They put all of the Rising Tide people in one corner, I think, for the safety of everyone else. And we are talking about a we are talking about helping you with FezCon, Nick.
I'm trying to find different sites because I know we could get the library for free.
Right.
We could get the library for free, and I can make that happen. But I'm actually looking into it. This is big. I haven't talked to anybody about Mandeth for this, so I'll probably get in trouble for mentioning it on a forum.
Yeah.
But we're actually looking at how much a moderate venue would actually be, and then just splitting up the cost for tables, and if we think, yeah,
we'll coordinate because 2 of us are also working on that too.
Great minds. I love my universe. I love the synchronicity and there's a term that came into my life called the high strangeness. And that sounds like a joke, but no. The high strangeness is real, and in the circles I travel in, it pops up all the time. And this is one of those, I think. I'll absolutely love it. I put the reference to I think it's the first book in the series. It's one of my wife's favorites. To Ride Pegasus by Anne McCaffrey. So Dan can look it up. I know you can find a PDF somewhere on the semi-shady side of the internet. But yeah, you're going to really enjoy once you get down into that, because that's that kind of hard sci-fi with McCaffrey flair. Lots of telepathics. You'll love it. But yeah, we need to do something. FezCon needs to be a thing, possibly a regular thing. I would love to see
We'll bring you into the conversation then, Nick, because and I will tell you one of the reasons is so that you can attend.
Thank you. I seriously, it killed me to watch, because I was watching your live stream, and I haven't gone to a con in 2 years.
I know.
And I was all,
and a lot of what we talked about there in the room were people who could not be with us that we knew would have the time of the, it was the best. Basically, it was the best day I've had in months and months and months. So, and we were talking about people we wish were there, and your name came up, dude. So you're going to be part of the conversation. I promise.
Thank you. See, Dan, your show's bringing people together just like Nevermind the Furthermore does, but with only slightly less plugs. However, I'd like to shout out to Cindy Kep, who's sleeping right now, if she has any sanity, at www.ckoepp.com. She is an amazing author and supporter, and she has one of the best news letters on the market today. And buy on the market, it's free, so sign up. The second best is Ryan's.
RisingTide.pub, which, by the way, I finished the June issue before I came here. This is my way to blow off steam. So anyway, go to RisingTide.pub, check the link at the top of the page, and you'll be transported to where you can sign up. Otherwise, send me your email address. I promise I will not send, share, rent, spindle, fold, or mutilate your contact address, because I'm selfish and I love you and I'm keeping you all to myself and no one will ever see you again. But anyway, so please sign up for my newsletter.
He has a big basement.
I do.
Huge.
I do.
Where do you think I am? I'm actually broadcasting live right now from the adjunct part of Brian's dungeon. It actually extends, a full 45 miles north of his place in somewhere near a major college that won't be mentioned, and to beautiful Earl Park, which is currently 300 feet above my head, unless someone can prove otherwise.
That's true, and we have a steam tunnel that connects them both, which proves we're both gamers.
Hey, Brian. Brian.
Yes, Joe.
I'm working on a 4th event that I do. I actually do a comic and toy expo.
Okay.
Of course, I've had to postpone the last 2 years because of, And then I do a cosplay yard sale. Both one-day shows. But I'm thinking of working up a 3rd one in the springtime. It's in private chat. I'm going to register it real soon.
I see. Okay.
Oh.
I dig it. I so dig it. Yeah. Let's make it work, Joe. Let's do this. I'm loving it. Well, on that note, I have to cater
You
to
have
my
to.
honey.
Yes, go.
Yes.
Go love. Don't die. Go love. Hug. Go.
I'm having morning flashbacks.
Yeah. Don't die. Go love Cookie.
I will do that thing. And love you guys. Thank you for having me on. Always a delight. Dan, thank you for having me on your premiere here. I feel privileged. This will be one for the history books.
It's only supposed to be a test. It's been 3 hours.
Well, apparently we didn't study and we didn't get it done in time. But anyway, guys, have a great evening.
This was the quick play version. The full version will be a 6 to 8 hour marathon involved.
Yeah. Welcome to Dan Holofield's show. Welcome to Last Man Standing, the Snyder Cut. And on that note, good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
By Preparation H.
Hey, Dan. If you're gonna be like me, remember the first show was 4.5 hours long.
I know. If according to my luck, the next show will be about 12 minutes.
So, Dan, what do you think? What do you think of that name?
Which name?
In the private chat.
I think it better be at a certain place that we are very familiar with.
They don't do conventions anymore, damn it. I would love for it to be there.
Oh, in that case.
How devoted are they, and would kneecaps change their mind?
No, because they sold half the property and turned it into condos.
Yep, it's no longer even a proper hotel.
Never mind. I can fix condos. They understand the language of kneecap. Oh, anyway. Sorry, I'm in a mood, and it's late, and I'm unsupervised. This is dangerous, y'all.
Yeah.
Welcome to my world, son. Welcome to my world.
Actually, it is late, and I'm going to need to get out of here because I got to get some stuff done. Dan, I got 3 loads that I've got to haul to the scrapyard tomorrow.
I've got to start intensive testing on the stuff that they ran as an experiment last week. Tomorrow morning.
Yeah, no, I've got 3 trailers loaded in the backyard, ready to hitch and go. When I say 3 loads, I mean not guesstimating 3 loads. There's 3 loads in the backyard ready to go.
All right. Well, you want me to hit the end credits and we can just...
You and Nick can stay if you want to, or whatever.
No, I've got to go to bed myself. I mean, seriously.
Well, I'm just gonna say goodnight and cut out. You, Nick, can wrap it up. I'm gonna pull a Brian K. Morris and get out of here. I'll holler at y'all later. Just let me know next time you want to go live, Dan. We'll holler at you later. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you for all your cards and letters. Oh wait, wrong show.
Yeah. Well, next time we do this, like I said, it's in the beginning when nobody was here. It's supposed to be when nobody wants to stick around for an after show after stupid o'clock until 32 months from now when I retire and I ain't got nothing to do with my life except write books.
Write books, sell books, hit that next stage, make lots of money, buy an island for your cloning experiments. So I understand. These are all important long-term plans.
Well, my long-term plans are trying to figure out what I can do with my pension and my 401k that doesn't cost me a lot in tax money to roll them over into a Roth IRA. Man, no, if I said anything, it would sound like I was bragging, but I've been paying into stuff for a long time. I'll have like 45 years seniority when I retire. Yep.
That's beautiful. I don't get to retire. I have no delusions of this. Except, unless I already have. I'm not sure how I've transitioned into working for myself and partnerships. So I don't know. I don't know if self-employment becomes... Why would you retire? If you're doing it right, you like what you're doing. So
tax breaks.
Point.
If there are any, I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, it's funny. They always talk about it's for small business, but big business is always the ones that get the breaks, and small businesses get the shaft.
Pretty much, yeah. Oh, all right, Nick.
Yeah,
If you want, you can watch the outro and see if you can spot all of the jokes.
I will try. I'm eager to see this. Plus,
Most
being
most
the
most of them
last
are
guest
pretty
edit.
obvious, but shall we call it a night?
Absolutely, it's your show. I think that's a wonderful thing. Thanks all the folks in the comments and the chat.
Oh
Before we
yes,
go any further,
thank you all. This has been amazing. I never expected as many people as did show up, and it went on far beyond my expectations. But as an experiment, I do believe my
why a loophole?
creation lives. And
Bless
on
my
that
neck
note,
bolts.
to everybody, and thank you very much, Nick, for popping in. This has been just so much fun, and
Excellent.
we will definitely have to do it many more times in the future.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, and as a wise man once said, here we go.
Oh my